Hello, everyone, and today Rock Thomas got waived, and they signed. I'm gonna try to get this name right. Tiano Popa, Popungatoa, I think is how you say that. But yeah, so Rock Thomas waived, running back. This guy's a guard from South Dakota State, and obviously he went undrafted. He's a rookie this year, and I don't know much about him, to be honest. But there were some PFF things that came out that I saw, so I'm going to use those as an overall thing. And numbers don't look too favorable in general. 53.2 overall grading, a 62.4 pass block grading with 11 pressures allowed, and a 53.9 run block grading. Not the best, not very good numbers, all that kind of stuff. And it kind of just looks like he's mostly just going to be a camp body role kind of thing, where I guess if he surprises them, he could be a backup on the roster or potentially a practice squad candidate kind of guy. But I wouldn't expect him to necessarily do either of those things, just based on that. And then we come to the actual Rock Thomas portion of this, which is obviously he showed promise last preseason. People liked him. He was more of a receiving, shifty kind of back, and you get him involved out in space. He can do some things, maybe return some kicks every once in a while, some punts, things of that nature. And then he got a 4-game suspension due to the whole marijuana thing. And to be quite frank, after that, I'm a little surprised it took this long for him to get cut, just because it is a relatively crowded backfield, obviously, with, Dalvin and Madison now in there. But you also have Abdullah, Boone, and CJ Ham if you include fullbacks. And I didn't really expect him to keep 6 backs potentially. So I kind of knew on the get go that Rock Thomas was the one that would be gone. But I think you could also look at Boone and Abdullah potentially fighting for the same roster spot, which could conflict some things just because Dalvin Cook hasn't stayed healthy. So do you really only want to keep 3 backs and bank on him staying healthy the entire time? Because I'm pretty sure if we got rid of one of those two, we don't really get another chance to get him back. It's not like we can hide Boone on the practice squad. I don't think. I think they kept him last year out of fear of losing him to the practice squad thing, and I imagine it'd be the same thing this year, or at least a similar thing. And it also really doesn't help Rock Thomas that him and Amir Abdullah, very, very similar skill sets. You both want to get him out in space and, catching the ball out on the edge, and maybe they return the kicks and the punts, things of that nature. But where Abdullah does have him is he doesn't have a 4-game suspension looming over his head, although he is older than Rock Thomas. But once again, 4-game suspension on a running back. So running backs typically dime a dozen. Kind of just leads to him getting out. And yeah, so if they're debating between the two of them, I think the suspension made it really easy for this to happen. Also, I kind of hope Rock Thomas catches on somewhere else, is because I feel like he's a solid enough player to make a roster. And obviously, made a pretty not good choice, to say the least. And it'd be kind of cool just to see him actually get some playing time and be used, just because I think if used in the right way, he could be a pretty exciting role player kind of guy, where maybe you bring him in for some gadget stuff, or like I said, with the kick and punts and things like that. So it'd be kind of cool to see him catch on somewhere else. It's just a shame it won't be here. Happens though. Happens. These things happen. And I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below about this. And until next time, I apologize. I hit my desk. But until next time, I bid y'all adieu.